welcome to the stream, ladies and gentlemen. If you take your seats, get your coffee ready, get the popcorn out, sharpen those blades, get the magic flowing. We're just busy setting up here. We will start shortly, so bear with us. One of the things we're going to be doing this evening, so we're going to be asking for some volunteers, is we need some scribes, minions if you like, of our 4 intrepid heroes. The responsibilities of the minion is basically to help me run the stream better. We're looking for someone who will collate all of the names and things that are going to be happening. You have audio and you should have a holding screen at the moment. I suppose I can go to my face. I suppose I can get there while we're waiting for everybody else. Let's just go to the right one, shall we? Right. Hello everybody and welcome to the stream. Look at that disastrous screen. This is why you don't do these sort of things live, you see. Anyway, it is what it is. So here we are. You can see all the chat behind me. Let's just get rid of all of that rubbish. There we go. That's a bit better. My players are ready and waiting, but we need some help from you guys. So what we need is we need 4 scribes. We do need 4 scribes. Now, these scribes, these minions, you get to name yourself, and you will be a loyal follower of one of the players. Players will choose a name based on the name that you give me. During the show, I'm going to be asking you for your thoughts, your opinions, names, random events, all kinds of weird and wonderful things. And the scribes, the 4 scribes, are going to hopefully watch the stuff going on in chat and then give me the name that they choose. So it's kind of a democracy, only not. Anyway, it's the only way that I can think of to make these things work as best they can and to include you guys in the show. So this is what we need. Is there anybody willing to be a scribe? I need 4 of them, preferably. So if you're willing to be a scribe, it's only for today's show. Tomorrow we can choose new scribes, so don't think that you're committing for a lifetime. It's not like that. Terranatum as a volunteer of number 1 scribe. There we go. Misspelling is absolutely fine. Prince Captain Priceless says, ooh, me. So I've got Terranatum and I've got Captain Priceless. That's on Twitch. I need some YouTube volunteers, please. Some YouTube volunteers. Again, Inky Design and Saranraj, you're volunteering, but you guys are already on Twitch. I've got Terranatum and Captain Priceless on Twitch, because of course we're on Twitch and on YouTube. So there we go. So YouTube, the first names I'm seeing, Nicholas Dirtimanus is there. Okay, your scribe number 3. And then the next one is, wait, where are we? Me and then Garrett Strickland or Gerrit Strickland, depending on nationality, I suppose. Gerrit Strickland. Okay, the 4 of you, well done, you are scribes. So please come up with little names for your minions so that our heroes can call out to you whenever they are in the Grand Conclave, the Academy of Carnbari. Your names might be called out by the characters, in which case you are being summoned by them. I will roleplay on your behalf, but yes. So we have Merc the Cobbler. Now my players can hear me. Merc the Cobbler. Who wants Merc the Cobbler, players? Don't all shout at once. All right, so Mouse has taken Merc the Cobbler. Let's see. Druzy Icecap. So Druzy, Terranatum. Who's taking Druzy, players of the 3? Daisy will take Druzy. Okay, there we go. So that's for Daisy. That is for Mouse. Let's see. I'm looking for a name. From Nicholas and from Garrett Strickland. I need a name, please. Conifer, says Nicholas. Conifer. Who's taking Conifer? All right. Brolgar will take Conifer. And Garrett, I need a name, please. I need a name, please. I need a name, please. As best and as soon as you can. Give me a name. Just call him Garrett. Let's see. Let's see. Garrett's going to give us a name shortly. I hope. So, I will take him. Wait, Ichthy? Oh, Ichthy. Okay, Ichthy. There we go. I didn't see where you see that one, but Ichthy. I don't see that. Anyway, it's good. It's great. Ichthy it is to the princess. Right. So, let's get into this. Ichthy, there we go. It's come through here. It's obviously taking a very long time to come through to restream. Right, so welcome to the first stream. This is going to be hopefully a lot of fun for you, me, and for my players. We now are going to travel deep to the Cecil Islands, where we will meet our intrepid heroes. So here we go. Hello everybody and welcome to tonight's stream of the Wizards of Carnbari. I'm joined by some spectacular players, some old faces, some new faces, but all lovely faces. Well, except for the one down in the corner down there. Anyway, so yes, starting in no particular order, so you can meet these lovely people for the very first time. We have, playing the role of Brolgar, all the way from Australia, Michael, the Dead Aussie Gamer. Michael, how you doing? That's right, they're all Otterwyn, That's right. For those of you that don't know, it was the last... oh, they're muted. Oh, God. Why? I give up. I'm leaving. That's it. I'm done. I had to mute you because of the thing which didn't work. I'm just done. All right, so let's try that again. Michael, you all right?
Yeah, I'm right. How you doing?
Good, fine. Thanks.
Hi, Michael, Dead Aussie Gamer. Nice to meet you guys.
Well, they heard me. They just didn't hear your response.
Yeah, I basically said it's going to be very exciting to play one of these otter people I've heard so much about. Right. Because as many of you know, I always play monsters on Guy's streams. And I told Guy explicitly when I was joining this that I wasn't going to play anything that wasn't like, you know, a regular thing, like an elf or a human or a dwarf. And so I played an otter. And I said, okay, I'm not going to play the big muscle-bound fighter character. I'll play something else. I'll play a cleric or a wizard. No, I'm playing a fighter. Oh, okay. Yeah. A monster fighter now. There you go.
There you go. It's awesome. Brolga is a wonderful character. You guys are going to love him. Sitting next to him in Canada... you guys are still in Canada, right? It's
yes, don't you know it? Yeah.
Oh, there, don't you know? You ride your moose to work, eh?
I did.
You did.
He's in the backyard.
Yeah, the indomitable Mitch and Cai. Cai rejoining us. Mitch for the first time.
I'm here.
Yeah, how you guys doing?
Doing well, thanks.
Doing great. Little itchy, but here we are as an otter.
Some of us know me from the Broken World Chronicles. This is my fiance, Mitch.
Hi.
Who's amazing, and he's actually DMs a lot of my games at home.
I do.
And is. So there you go. Right, that is the two of them and the characters they're going to be playing. Daisy? Give us a little brief snippet of Daisy.
Daisy's actual name is Zar Darmar Daisy Lacus, the widower of plagues. Somehow he's just Daisy to everyone else, and he's an Otterwyn now. He's not quite sure how that happened. He found a broom closet in one of the wizard's temples, I suppose. And he's been acting as a wizard ever since, while he's doing research to recover his divinity.
There we go. There we go. He thinks he's a god. Or is he actually a god? Well, we'll find out, perhaps. Yes, Princess Iona. Princess Iona was explaining to me how I got the ascendancy rules wrong for her kingdom. Yes, you're not 27th in line.
No, I'm 6th in line. So
just explain how.
So I have 3 elder siblings from the first litter my mother bore. But my eldest sister, who I was closest with, died to consumption and has terrified me ever since to use magic, even though I'm innately good at magic. And then I'm part of the second litter, which had 4 siblings, so I am one of 4. And then I have 27 siblings in total now, with all the younger litters.
Yeah, so that's how her kingdom ascendancy lines work. I don't know.
See, I thought she was just about to say yes. No, I'm 6th in line now. There are 21 people who fell down some stairs during my teenage years.
I was 7th, but then my eldest sister blew herself up.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. She turned into a horrid deathless or something, and had to be put down, I believe, were the words.
It was very tragic because she's the one I was closest to.
Died to consumption. That's correct, Edward Horseman. That's absolutely true. And then Till from Dungeon Fog.
Hi guys. I'm doing fine.
That's
greetings from Austria.
There we go. Absolutely. So world cast as usual. I love it. Absolutely love it. You are playing Mouse.
Yep.
Who's an otter?
Mouse. I'm Mouse, who's an otter. And I've been sea adventurer for a long time. I'm a very sneaky, I see myself as a very sneaky little thief who has his fingers everywhere. And I was always going for the greatest treasure until I met Sardamadar Daisy Lacus. Come on, man.
Sorry.
God convinced me that he is a god and promised me immortality if I help him to win back his divinity. So I pledged myself to him, helping him to achieve his quest. And hey, are you looking at him like you? Yeah, I'm talking to you. I can bring you the pain. Don't make me upset. I can bring you the... Sorry. It's like that sometimes happens.
You better watch out. Otto Team Bravo going dark. There we go. Yeah, absolutely. It's awesome. There's End of the Greens commentary. So absolutely, it's really, really cool. I love Mouse. I love Princess Iona. Daisy is, oh my goodness. We had some practice combat earlier on and it was spectacular. And Brogger just brought the pain. So we like Brogger. Right. Now, for those of you that don't yet know what type of system we're going to be playing, we're going to be playing the Try system, which is a system that I have written and have been developing in conjunction with all of you wonderful, wonderful people who have been part of my streams. If you haven't watched those streams, head on over to my YouTube channel. That's How to Be a Great GM on YouTube. And you can see our prep videos where we came up with the entire world. We actually invented the otter races on that stream. And yes, so we're going to be using my system. The system is very, very easy. You add a d12, you roll your stats and skills and things, and you can spend some points. Now, the characters have got 3 pools. We call them spheres: physical, mental, and spiritual. So you will be hearing me ask about which sphere are you going to be using. So there we are. Yes, and then the generous donations of all of the Twitch, the Twitchers and the YouTubers from the last streams paid for the wonderful little otters that we have used to make the character portraits and things for everywhere. So yes, that was absolutely great. Everyone came together on that one. Okay, we have our 4 scribes. So Druzy, that's Terranatum. You are reporting to Daisy. Merc the Cobbler is reporting to Mouse. Conifer is reporting to Brolgar, and Ichthy is reporting to the Princess. So what you guys are going to do is, when I ask for a name, when I ask for some kind of situation, for some treasure, for something along those lines, I will just simply say to chat, give us a name for so-and-so, give us a name for so-and-so, give us a name for so-and-so, and then the scribes, you guys will check the names in your respective channels. So we've got 2 on Twitch and 2 on YouTube. Look at the names, choose the names you like the most, and then just give them to me, and just type in chosen name in caps in front, or name, or answer, or something that I can then see, so that I don't have to watch the chat whilst also running the stream at the same time. We want to make this as interactive as possible with you guys, so that's how we're going to do it. Our story starts. Our story starts. The four Otterwyn have taken a tremendous journey across the great oceans. Give me a name for the oceans. Across the great oceans to the conclave of Carnbari, located in the Haspian Kingdom, the kingdom predominantly controlled by the king of the human race, known as the Haspian people. The Carnbari Conclave is a sanctuary for magic users who come together to study, to research, and most importantly, to make sure that those who do use magic without proper precautions are kept safe and perhaps put down once the magic has consumed them, for they used it badly. Our Otterwyn arrived at the conclave only to be met by the leader of the conclave, who was dubious of this exchange, but, for political reasons, decided to allow it to happen. After all, what trouble could 4 little 4.5-foot tall otters get into if he sent them somewhere far, far away that had nothing to do with anybody? There's no chance that they'd possibly die. There's no chance that they'd come to harm. They could do their little mission, spread peace all around the place, and then go away. At least that's what his thinking was. And so, my dear young Otterwyn, you were tasked. There is a town known as Auxmord. It is some journey from here, mainly 200 miles away, in an incredibly safe and boring part of our kingdom. Normally, Auxmord wouldn't even be thought about. It is of little consequence. It is a fishing village. But, unfortunately, they have been reporting some strange activities. And he brings up a large map to show you. And here is the Conclave of Carnbari, just next to the human city of Bogdan. So there is Carnbari. You need to travel across this mountain range to get to the coastal city of Auxmord. I suggest that you take, well... And that is the last that you remember him saying, because currently I need all 4 of you to please give me an animal husbandry check, as you are 700 feet above the mountain range in between the Carnbari Conclave and the Auxmord city.
Yeah. It is 3 for Brolgar.
3.
3 for Daisy. Yes, he's very good with animals.
11 from Princess Aona.
Oh, my Grandmaster, I took a 3 too.
Okay.
Oh, no.
So,
Well, at least 3 of us are on the same page.
Princess Aona clearly has experience in riding majestic beasts. You are currently on a Draken. A Draken is a horse-sized dragon, and you are flying at significant speed over the mountain range. They're the fastest way to get around if you have to travel any short amount of distance. You're riding it as if you owned it, and the beast is responding to your every whim, its great scaly body, flexing its muscles as it moves over the large mountain range towards Auxmord. Behind you, however, there are some noises as...
Hold on to me. Yes, no, over here. Get the rope. Yes, we're tied around his neck. It's fine. Yeah.
Obey me, you giant flying handbag, or I will put you down fast faster than I put down Stroganoff.
That's what you're hearing being shouted at behind you. Mouse, you are going to have to give me a reflex check, please. If you fail this, you may be plummeting quite some distance. Do you want to spend any sphere points on this?
I definitely will.
Because this is a reflex check.
Yeah, I would like to spend some 2 mental points on it.
2 mental points to figure out how to ride this beast as best you can.
Yeah, I'm trying. I'm watching Princess Iona, and I'm trying to mimic whatever she's doing.
Very good.
Well, reflex, you said?
Yep.
Okay, so I can't add anything to it, but the 2 mental points I've spent, so I'm at 11. At 11.
At 11, you realize, it's about locking your knees in and holding onto the saddle, that funny contraption that you see Princess Iona riding in perfectly. And with an 11, you clasp down and you are now absolutely secure on this beast. It even seems to be moving slightly faster, which is fantastic, now that you're riding it properly, the wind whipping through your fur. Brolga, give me a reflexes check, please, because the beast hears Stroganoff and does a little whistle as it gets excited and does a 360 spin.
You will submit. Oh, actually, so that's a flat 10.
A flat 10. With a flat 10, do you commit violence against this creature, or do you just really hug it hard?
I imagine I'm trying to be forceful with it. Any violence towards it is more out of frustration that the humans have intentionally chosen quite large creatures for Otterwyn, in particular. So it not intentional, but maybe like a little like.
All right, you wrench this beast around and eventually bring it under your control. That just leaves Daisy hanging on by a thread. Reflexes, are you going to spend any sphere points?
Yes, I'm going to spend 1 spiritual fear point.
All right.
Okay, that's cool. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So Daisy is screaming at this thing. He's like, "I am a god, you buffoon!" As he's like wrapping a rope around it, and he's inadvertently choking it. He got a 7 total. He's choking the dragon as he's trying to like right himself on this thing.
Thankfully,
you fool!
Thankfully, what happens is the Draken realizes that it has a choice, either to be strangled to death by a demented furball, or to possibly just glide easy. It decides with your 7 to glide easy, and its paws are sort of holding you, or at least holding onto your ankles so that you don't slide on either way. Initially, until you kind of find your balance.
He's squirming.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Mouse, record this. My last thoughts. I will be a god eventually, someday." That's it.
Oi, master, if you squeeze harder, they go faster.
Squeeze harder. And he just tightens up as hard as he can, but it's not actually doing anything.
Your Drakens make the crossing in this chaotic fashion, and eventually the 4 of you start to realize it's not the worst way to travel. You can
imagine it's like a water flow, the way it moves.
Yes.
I imagine it's much like a water flow in swimming.
Absolutely beautiful. Yes, you swim through the clouds and eventually arrive at that small little port town of Auxmord, and it is a very little human town. Human towns by Otterwyn standards are really slummy places. They do smell quite nice, all that fish drying out in the sun, but Auxmord is definitely something that was forgotten about a long time ago. When you land, there is a representative from the town who comes forward. Give me a name, please, of this town representative. And he comes forward, sort of wringing his hands together, and he looks at the 4 of you. He has a rather chubby kind of face, very bald head, and this large moustache. And he says, I was not expecting
Our eyes are down here.
Yes, of course they are. I will. Good. I'm glad that you are here. My name. I am the mayor. My name is Dana Shorestone, and I'm glad you've arrived. Did they explain to you the little problem that we had with Boris?
Boris.
No. Tell us.
Why are you saying little? Do you mean
Is that
we are
supposed to be
little?
some
Are
kind
you
of
saying
joke?
we are little?
No, Mouse. He means it's a minute problem, not us being little, but the problem being small.
Yeah, okay.
Sadly,
I can see you.
he failed his culture check, and so he goes, No, I literally was meaning you are very small. It is a little problem. They have sent you on, because you are little.
Have you ever tried a cracker before? And he pulls out this like a cracker that's like molded with a little bit of a slug on top, and he has it. It would help your skin.
Anna would like slowly lure it back.
His terrified face is slightly... Perhaps it is very best if I show you where it is that you need to have a look at, and you can get on with your wizarding ways, and then you can leave. Huh?
Perhaps you would describe what's happened to young Boris.
Yeah, so Boris is working in the forests. This is his job. He goes out into the forest, he cuts down trees, and the trees get turned into boats, and everyone's happy, huh? So the other day, Boris was in the forest, and he came back slightly changed.
How so?
Oh, he came back naked and tried to eat everyone's faces. We had to cut up Boris.
So you're calling us little. Did I get that right?
You are little.
Mouse, we have to focus on the mission. We need money. Don't worry about this.
You
Okay.
have a very large
Sure, Master.
personality, Mouse.
Let's continue with the details. Tell me everything.
No, that was it. That was the sum total of it.
All right, so where is Boris now?
In the forest.
No, he came back, we cut him up. He tried to kill everybody in the village by eating their faces.
All right. Well, it seems as though we are done here. Good job, everyone. Well done. Boris is dead. There. Sorry, is there more to this, or did you
whatever
simply wish
happened
for
to
us
him?
to package your butchered person?
Well, no, of course not. But it's not what Boris normally does. We've never had to cut him up before.
Where was he last seen? Like where in the forest?
Oh, next to the old cemetery.
Was he little too?
No, he was a very strapping young man. Very promising potential husband for someone who's, eligible for a husband.
So, what I think tall person is trying to say is that Boris may have come across something that may have caused him to become corrupted.
We
We may have to look into this.
Yes,
You're
see
very
out the
well.
corruption. Rip out the roots. Yes, indeed. We are on our way now.
It's
If you would forekinding to be pointing directions.
Yeah. Follow the path up the hill, and then on the other side of the hill is where the old graveyard is, and that's you will also that's there. Go, and don't ask why my accent is drifting everywhere, because it just does. It's part of what Auxmord is known for. Yeah.
Now, part of mission, we will require 4 of your best dried halibut. Immediately, come on. We have not all this time in the world.
Sudi, get us 4 halibut. Why halibut specifically? I mean, it's not halibut season.
Look, do you ask the questions of the wizards or not? I mean, if you want, we can always... that's right.
An elderly woman comes rushing up to you, and she says, I just want you to know my accent is as bad as his. However, the important thing for you to realize is that my son was not trying to dabble with magic, eh? So I want you to go there and you find that it was some crazy sorcerer who turned him into whatever it is that he was turned into, not my son being crazy. He would never dabble with magic. Why would he dabble with magic? That's crazy, she says.
Do you have anything of his? Anything that you could part with that you could just give me for a moment? I'll need it.
Yeah, sure. She hands you a rather damp rag. It's red and white in color.
Mm-hmm.
There we are. That is, this is his favorite rag.
I suppose this will do. Did he ever lick it? I mean, I
no,
lick my
it
rag.
was for oiling his axe.
Oh.
Do
Yes,
you
of course.
want me to lick it, master?
Later.
He says.
Brolga's going to very, very surreptitiously sort of move the princess like just a half step away from these two. Just.
Are we off then? We ready?
I'm waiting for my halibut.
Sudi comes rushing back, carrying 4 very flat, dried halibut.
I look at them and expect them. This will do.
I open up my little bag. I brought a little backpack, and I'm like, "Here, use mine as storage, Brolek."
I will put. These are for you for the journey.
Oh, Valdiara, thank you.
Night approaches.
As this conversation's going, Daisy's going to start to cast a small spell to attempt to track the energies that was happening with Boris.
Very
the
good.
DC that I have here is 5.
Yep.
It won't go far, but the intent is for it to last longer.
Sure thing.
Ooh, nice.
I got 13.
13. So, what was your range?
It's only 10 feet.
10 feet.
Just within.
As you cast the spell, chat, I need you to give me a number, please. So give me a number between 1 and 12, chat. A number between 1 and 12, if you please. You're casting your spell, and normally you are pulling energy from the ether into focus and driving that energy forward and twisting it according to your will. Generally speaking, it's sometimes the more complicated the spell, usually the more magic, the more concentration it takes. So Twitch has given me a number. I'm just waiting for YouTube to give me that number. But as you're drawing on the energy this time, it feels different in this area. You used magic when you were at the Carnbari Conclave, and during the sea journey you used it as well. But yes, it feels very different. As a matter of fact, it almost feels like there's more magic available than usual. As in your spell, its range is not 10 feet, but you're seeing out maybe to half a mile.
Is this because of the magical currents that flow through the world?
They never are this strong. Ever.
Where we're from, it might not be, but it might be normal here. We're new here.
That's true. That's potentially true. Yeah, we got our answers from Twitch and from YouTube. So yes, definitely vast pools of magic, if you like, to the point that you might be cautious if you're actually trying to cast something, because the actual outcome might be far bigger than you anticipated.
Can I use an obscure lore?
Yep.
Before I talk to the princess about this, because she's a mage as well. I'm just gonna quickly. I don't know what the DC is, but I got an.
Brolga
11.
looks over at Mouse. Mages.
Yeah. I don't know. Well,
talking about the wind when we should be finding graveyard.
The wind might be the source of what happened to him.
It's strange here. There's something wrong. A source, maybe. A source. Mouse, write this down. We're going to need to eat it.
Need to eat the sauce. Sure.
Right. Yes.
Are you sure that's wise?
Well, I have to regain my... No, don't worry about it.
All right.
Master.
I don't.
Master.
Yes. Yeah.
I think it's the time I should tell you I can't write and read.
Oh, no. It's fine. Just scribble something down. I'll understand later.
Yeah, sure. I will do so.
Your pictures
He
He
instead.
does not understand.
Your Majesty, I will ask that you keep a certain distance away from this one in case he is contagious.
Well, Father did trust him to come with us, so perhaps there is wisdom in his words.
And these sores aren't contagious. Look.
And he wipes it on Mouse.
See, nothing happened.
I know, that feels good.
All right.
Bro,
Princess, you think that this magical winds, as it say, do you have any knowledge about this?
I have studied some things, perhaps, but it might. I don't know. I've never been here before, so I don't know if this is normal current for here. Best way we could tell is talking properly to a forecaster, maybe. I doubt they have one here.
No. Continue on then.
Shall we head out?
Strong one, lead the way.
that is Vadia Brulga to you.
I don't
And
think
I'll,
he would call you Vodya. No.
Isn't that my
Unless
rank?
you're adopting him.
It means great father, so it's recognition of your contribution to the royal line and protecting them.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
All right. I'm going to use survival. I'm going to follow the trail that the mayor
Right, you are.
labeled out.
Yes.
But I'm also going to use survival just to kind of keep my eyes on the sides, just for like, movements, like seeing if there's any animal trails,
Gotcha.
hunting grounds, etc.
So your obscure lore check that you made, Daisy. There are times, and the princess is quite right, the magic does ebb and flow like wind currents or water currents around the planet. That's been known for a long time. It is highly unusual for it to get to this point. Certainly when they describe it, it's a slight empowering or a slight reduction in the magic that's available. You think there has been in the past events where magic has been wildly greater and wildly lower, but all that you can remember from that, you think it's called the prophecy of the moon. And that's as far as you can remember. And you think in the prophecy of the moon, the one mage may have blown up a mountain and then needed to be destroyed by several other mages. But that's all that you can recall with that obscure lore check. Your survival check gets us to going to our map. Now, folks watching this is the first time we're using this new mapping tech. I'm super excited. It is the map display within Dungeon Fog itself. So there are 4 intrepid characters. I control the characters, so you'll have to tell me where you go. I've been told that Merc, the cobbler, who writes for Mouse, Merc is making all of the written notes for you, Mouse, and you'll be pleased to know Merc does know how to write. So there is that advantage. So your scribe has got your back. Don't you worry. Thank you for that. So you are wandering through this lightly wooded hill. There is the scent of pine in the air as you make your way past spruce trees and the like. And this is where you find yourselves. Brolga out in the front, busy checking and scanning, and the rest of you sort of clustered around the princess.
Can I take a leaf off the tree and I want to cast it to try to follow the current? Kind of like how a leaf would drift in the wind, but I want this one to drift through the magic current.
Absolutely. You start to move this leaf. It magically starts to move. You need to give me a cast your spell.
All right. Rolled a 4.
The leaf doesn't have any weight. I don't know if that's going to be high enough to beat your
Can I use my
difficulty.
mental? Like, can I add 2 points of mental into it?
You can. I'll
So,
let you for this session call it after you've rolled. Usually you would call.
Is this
before
also
you roll.
magicka? Because then I also have
It is
bonus.
magic. Yes, it is
Okay.
magicka. Yeah, always
Then
magicka.
it'll be a 7.
A 7. Okay, 7 is more than enough to overcome the inertia of moving a twig on the currents, and so this twig starts to move, and then picks up in velocity and vanishes. It's gone so fast, out of sight.
Was it off to the north?
There is a distant cracking sound, and one of the trees, just towards a low range of hills, one of the trees topples over.
Oh, my leaf blew through it.
It disappeared at a rapid rate once you started to send it on the currents.
Daisy
Broga.
that's
Sorry, go.
incredible.
Broga will stop in his tracks and just give a withering look at the two spellcasters. He won't
Sorry.
say anything, but everything will be in his look.
I'm very sorry. I didn't mean it.
I will just look at my crossbow and be like, I want to do that too.
She can teach you potentially. Maybe, perhaps. Brogan, do you know the way they went?
And what am I seeing, by the way, while we're standing
Yeah.
here? Am I seeing sources?
You're not seeing the magic. It doesn't seem to be physically present. Brolga, you do see to your west a very small amount of wood smoke rising up, perhaps from a campfire of some kind. In front of you are 3 cut down trees. Obviously, that's where Boris has been working. But beyond that, it's thick bush, thick trees. Yes, and then, like you said, low foothills slowly reaching up into granite mountains, quietly stabbing the sky for all eternity.
Does the cut look fresh, or is there already some growth on it?
Some of them look fresh. The 2 directly in front of you, as a matter of fact, I'll move you up there. If I click on the right screen, I'll move you up to the first sort of set of trees. The 2 white ones look fresh. The brown one is slightly older.
The town mayor, he mentioned that Boris was a woodcutter. He must have been here last. These cuts are fresh. There is smoke to the west. Maybe whoever saw him last is nearby. We should go to ask question.
There's also the graveyard supposed to be near here, correct?
No sign of it
further
from where
down
you
the
are.
path.
Let's follow the signs of the fire and go from there.
Okie dokes. So you start heading towards the fire. I'm just going to move you over that way. Any particular movement pattern that you guys are in?
I'll be behind
Broga,
Yeah.
I think I might be the stealthier one of us two. Do you want me to go ahead? Do a little scouting?
I think that might be wise. We will stay here. You stay 15 foot in front of us. If anything occurs, you fire shot into 3 nearby us.
Sure. Master, would you give me your blessing?
Bow your head and eat the snail.
And I hand him, like, I pull from my jacket, then there's like a little jar, and I uncork it, and there's like this like squirming green snail.
All of it, all at once.
Thank you.
I don't know if it tastes very good, but that's all right.
I don't care. I swallow it.
Very good.
Oh.
Yes. You are now blessed by the widower. May you tread plagues upon your path.
I will. Thank you, Master. And I will try
Before,
to stealth.
as you consume it, I think that's absolutely lovely. So I am going to say, would you please give me a luck check?
Oh no.
So that would be Mouse. A luck check. if you
Okay,
please.
good.
Yeah.
This slug was a fighter. Goes to-
Well, I rolled a 9. I don't have anything in luck.
All right. Let me roll and see if I get under. I do, as a matter of fact. So you are lucky, and so as a result, your fervent belief in the power of Zelmadaya,
Daisy's fine.
Daisy.
The widower is fine.
The widower, that's right, that's a better one. Yeah, the widower. Your fervent belief in the widower has actually empowered you, and so you're going to get a +2 on your next check.
So I wanted to do a stealth check.
All right, so absolutely, give me a stealth check, because as you're moving forward, you see the outline of a tent, slightly obscured by some foliage up ahead.
Oh, Jesus. So I rolled a 2. I have 2 on stealth, which makes 4 plus 2 because I was lucky, right?
That's right.
Which is 6. Then.
All right. So you're sneaking forward, just making your way.
Muttering to myself, rather
to
loud.
yourself. Yeah, absolutely. Well, yeah, a 6 is always going to be to 1. How far forward are you going to go?
Well, I would like to go to the bushes that are next
into the
to
bushes
the
here.
tent.
All right, so you sort of
Yeah.
sneak. Wrong window. You sneak forward into these bushes. No one else seems to see you. As you get into the bushes, you see this rather cadaverous-looking bat that is hovering over. It looks to be the corpse of some long since eaten body. It has not seen you at all. The three of you back here, you are watching as Mouse disappears into the foliage. Possibly you've seen him do this before. But once he disappears into those bushes, he is completely out of sight.
Can they still see me? Like if I would peek out of the bushes and
They would
do
see
some...
you. Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
So I would...
Your tail sticking out.
Yeah, I would... I don't know how otters do, but I would just try to raise my tail in alarm and do some wiggle, 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 wiggle.
See that tail
I'll
wagging?
take that as an otter action. So
That means he's
there we go.
Broga, he's in trouble. Save him, Broga. He's my only servant.
Broga will. Well, I mean, he hasn't. Okay, so we arranged for a signal, and I don't really want to give up his position just yet. So he hears it, but he's gonna put his hand up, like to tell Daisy to shut up, because obviously we're still quite close.
Yes, relatively close. 20 feet away, 30 feet away. Yeah. Daisy, you going to read the sign of Brogar?
I'm going to try to contact the slug that I put into Mouse's tummy. I don't know what that DC would be.
Yeah, I love it. Okay, let's we're not going to spend too much time figuring out the DC. What are you trying to get the slug to do?
I'm going to make Mouse be... I don't know, not compel is not the right word, but I want him to like poke his head out and tell us what's going on out of sheer fear of him.
Okay, I think that's an attitude control modifier. So let's work off of those numbers whilst you're doing that. Yeah, absolutely. So somewhere your scribes are sitting nervously, wondering.
Josie, tell me the difference.
I got a 12.
Wow. All right. Yes, that slug will do absolutely anything that you wanted to do. And that means it will encourage Mouse to give a sign.
Yeah, facehugger. Yeah, exactly. I don't know, Mouse, whatever you think is appropriate.
Okay, so the slug is kind of controlling me now. So I would be like,
see? Trouble, Bloga. Trouble. We have to save him.
Bat.
That's
what you get from the foliage.
All right. Broga will approach. He'll pull his shield from his back and draw out his hand axe, and he goes, "Okay, fine."
Are you going to walk all the way over to him?
He will, but before he does, he says, "Princess, you stay safe." He'll then look at the princess, then look at Daisy, and then move the princess about 5 foot away from Daisy, and then he's gonna go forward.
Daisy just gives you one of these little waves, and it's like all fingers.
You can't see it. Use this hand.
This hand, all little waves, all fingers, and a big smile.
There's just this scowl on this old otter. His whiskers sort of.
It's intimidating. Daisy is scared. He just doesn't admit it to himself.
I'm a god, but he is scary.
I'm a god.
I'm shaking from excitement, not from fear.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay, cool. I'm going to run. Well, not run. I'm going to very guardedly approach the bushes.
All right, you guardedly approach the bushes. In what armor are you wearing? Doesn't matter. The bat knows you're there. It rolled a 12. It detects you. As you're approaching the bushes, you get into final position. This bat, which was hovering over the corpse, sees you, shrieks with this high piercing sound, and I need Mouse and Brolgar to please both give me mental resistance checks. Your difficulty number is 5.
Okay.
As this thing screeches. Mental resistance.
Rolled an 8.
You're 5.
I got a 5.
You just pass. So this thing sort of screeches out. It's obviously some kind of debilitation. Daisy, Iona, you guys hear the shriek coming from this thing near Brolga and Mouse, and so I'm going to ask everybody to give me an awareness check, if you please. So this is going into this is going into combat. The bats will be attacking.
11 on Brolga's awareness check.
Brolga is 11. Mouse
is 9.
9. And Daisy?
10.
10. And Iona?
12.
12. Iona, you're acting first. What are you doing?
Do I see it? Because is it flying?
From it's launching itself over the tent. So yes, you do see it sort of from where you are.
Well, this worked wonderfully last time. So I'll pull from around me all the moisture from the air, and I'll solidify it into a small, like, ice sliver and shoot it at it.
Awesome. That's quite the distance.
Yes.
40, 50 feet. 50 feet. 50 feet. That's right. So, yep, you calculate your difficulty there whilst you're doing that. I'm just double checking that we've lost YouTube, I think.
And plus 2, so it's 7. So I'll use 2 mental points.
All right.
And I'm going to attempt this. 5 plus 2 is 7 plus 1 is 8.
8 points.
Yes.
Over your 5, so that's beating it by 3. Plus, how much damage did you do?
I did plus 2.
So that's 5 damage to the bat. The bat explodes in a little shower of ice and sparks. It does not take it at all. So yes, we've lost YouTube from the feed, the audio, the text feed. So I've now got 5 windows open to keep track of what's going on. So forgive me, chat, if I'm a little bit slow in responding to you. The bat explodes in this little ice shower. Unfortunately, as it does, all that you manage to do, apart from precipitating bat, is to hear the screams of other bats in the nearby vicinity as they are drawn to this combat. That was Iona's attack. Next up is Brolga. What are you doing, Brolga? There's a campfire directly in front of you.
Brolga says, "Form up, quick! Around the fire!" and move towards the campfire.
All right, so you get towards the campfire, revealing more bats. There are more bats.
Never mind! Stay where you are! Do not come to the campfire! There is only danger here!
That's what you do. Are you doing anything else?
Could I mean, I don't know what my movement...
5, 10, 15, 20. You could get up to one of these bats. As you're running towards the campfire, you can definitely get to one of the bats.
Yeah, I'll get to the bat that's closest to me.
Right.
And I will do like this horizontal body chop with my hand axe, trying to sort of swat it away.
Excellent. Are you spending any points?
Given they don't seem particularly robust, I'm gonna go without.
All right. It's going to try and bite you whilst you're doing your attack. What did you get?
Okay, I got a 13 in total.
13. It also got a 13. I rolled a natural 12. So as you swing at it, it swoops around to the side. It tries to bite your face off with these horrid bloody fangs. But you've got a shield, don't you?
I do.
You've got a beautiful shield, that's right. So you raise your shield, it slams into the shield. Neither of you manage to do any kind of damage to the other. This great battle happening. Daisy.
Okay. Daisy is going to... Okay, little one, now's the time. He takes out a little trunk that he has at his belt, and he pulls out a skunk and holds it ass first, like a gun. And he pulls back the tail, and he starts running towards Brolga and the bat. And he's hoping to cast a spell through the skunk to spray the two of them. Or, well, preferably just the bat, but, you know, it's inaccurate, so he doesn't know. It's like a flamethrower of skunk.
Yeah. So your range is 30 feet that you'll have to go if you're going for the closest one. So you move 30 feet, which you can do, and then you're casting your spell.
Correct.
So your range is 30, and...
the spell itself, it looks like is a 7.
7, all right. Make your attack.
Use a sphere. Just one.
Just one? All right.
Which is good. I got an 8.
An 8, and your difficulty was 7?
Yep.
That's right.
+2.
Damage +2, so you deal 3 damage to the bat. I need you to make a reflexes check, please, Brolgar.
That's not bad. That's a 6.
There's my die. Here we go. Just getting out of the way. You hear Daisy's shout. How do you cast your spells, Daisy?
I just go, now little one, and he like kind of rips the tail and then just lets it rip, as it were, towards the two of them.
Brolgar's gonna combat roll, like as he's like just sort of use the shield and sort of shoulder roll, trying to avoid this.
The bat turns to look at this approaching skunk-wielding Otterwyn, shrieks once and is vaporized by an acidic blast of skunk ectoplasm. And there is a moment where the entire camp is filled with a noxious cloud-like gas, which really is absolutely awful. And so yes, that is what's happening there.
Wait, how does that affect the fire?
Thankfully, it's nowhere near the fire. It's nowhere near the fire. That brings us to, I would say, Mouse.
Yeah. Okay. So, while all this was happening, I was pulling my crossbow, and I'm aiming at the second bat. But before I shoot, I will pick one of the leaves and stick it on my arrow, because I saw what the princess did, and I hope that this is working as well. So I'm going to add 1 physical from my sphere, and I'm going to shoot at the bat.
At the bat.
I'm so proud of you.
Make your attack.
Oh no! So I rolled a 5 plus. That is just ranged weapon attacks, right?
Yes.
So this is 6 plus 1 from my sphere.
Absolutely.
7.
Your difficulty is only 7. It does not know that you are firing ranged weapons at it. So you hit without too much difficulty. I'm just double checking the rules. I think that's exactly what happens. Yes, you hit.
Yeah, that's a +2 on damage.
You do 2 damage. There is the very briefest of moans as the bat is hit by the arrow and drops to the ground, quite unmoving.
I will look back to the princess and I will be like, see, I can do that too.
What magic is this? Maybe divinity lies in him as well. I have to eat mouse.
I think it was the slug master.
Yes, of course it was.
As the scene starts to settle, you take into account the Forester's camp, the little fire going. There is 1 dead body, and the bats, obviously, and an area which has a rancid smell to it now, no-go zone near Brolgar himself. From deeper within the forest towards that tree that collapsed, you hear this blood-curdling scream, and all it says is flesh. And on that note, we'll be back tomorrow as we continue the wacky and crazy adventures of the Wizards of Carnbari. Thank you all for participating, to our wonderful scribes for getting those numbers together for me. Thank you for bringing it in. That's Terranatum, Captain Priceless on Twitch, and Nicholas and Gerard on YouTube. Thank you for that. It is way too short. I know it feels like it is, but we're here every single day. So don't forget to tune in tomorrow for more of these crazy, wacky adventures. Thanks to our wonderful players. I think I can say on behalf of everybody watching, you are setting the bar for Otterwyn everywhere.
I whisper a prayer to Drusi. That's my scribe.
Yes, the widower is with you. May he walk with your steps and play.
I hope
abound.
Sorry.
Sorry, go ahead.
I hope my scribe is Merc. I hope you're drawing pictures because I can't read anything that you're writing down.
I was Broga was walking around in the forest and didn't see his scribe once. It was just pine trees, no conifers at all.
Oh,
He was also missing. They're probably frightened of the other two.
They probably are frightened of that too. Anyway, folks, thanks so much for watching. We will see you all next tomorrow. We'll see you all tomorrow. Hope you have a wonderful evening, day, morning, wherever you happen to be. And yes, if you want a copy of those rules, you can grab those from our Discord server. They are there under the Wizards of Carnbari. Now, our wonderful, wonderful folk here they are all involved in various wonderful things. On the YouTube stream, you can find a link to Mitch's book. It looks really, really cool. Mitch, tell us a little bit about that.
It's about V, the Warp Chronicle. So it's actually a short story. It's a horror, dark fantasy, a little bit of sci-fi sprinkled in. It's a bit of everything. And yeah, check it out. Hope you enjoy it. If you like that kind of stuff.
Looks super awesome, and it's a whole series of little shorts.
Yeah, I mean, I'm writing about 40-book anthologies, so it's taking a long time. I'm slow because I work outside of writing, but I'm excited to share this with.
There we go, lovely. Kai, are you back to twitching yet?
I might be. If this strike goes on for a really long time, I'm probably going to start up on Twitch again. I used to play a lot of games online, mainly League of Legends, and yeah, sometimes I play with Mitch.
There we go.
You can find me at Pixie Chick.
Pixie Chick, that's right, Pixie Chick. We've got all the links as well in the description. Michael, you're doing all sorts of crazy things, aren't you?
Oh yeah, no, I'm in so much stuff. So obviously Dead Aussie Gamer, you can find me everywhere pretty much. I've got a new all-Australian series called Minion Quest that we're currently doing. It's a lot of fun. It's a comedy series about monsters who sort of break the mold for monsters, as it were. I'm also doing something very similar to Guy in this kind of time where we've got a lot of people at home, and that is I've opened up my schedule quite largely for commissions for role-playing games. So if you've got friends who, for whatever reason or another, can't gather up together to play, hit me up with an email to deadaussiegamer@gmail.com. I'll let you know what my availability is. And yeah, it's like $15 Australian for a 2-hour session, which is like for most of the world right now, dirt cheap.
Lovely. Until you've just got, awesome map making software on the go.
Yes. So we are, as most countries at the moment, in Austria, we are on lockdown right now, which means that I do have some free time now because we've said that we put our development, we pause it. We're not pausing it fully, but we're tuning down a little bit. So the next 14 days will be a little less development, which is great because I can be here with you now. If you want to see how Project Deus is coming along, how we are working on and dealing with the current status, the Corona crisis, tune in tomorrow at 4 p.m. UTC. We will talk about the current development state of Project Deus. And also keep an eye out on Twitter and Facebook because of a lot of people being at home right now. We're doing a little giveaway. We're giving away 5 on-demand keys for Dungeon Fog every week, as long as the crisis goes on. All you need to do is follow us on Twitter and retweet, and we will pick the winners of the week every, I think, Friday it is.
Oh, that's pretty awesome. That's pretty awesome. So there we go, folks. You can get hold of these people. We have shared the link in YouTube for most of their work. Thanks to them for giving us this wonderful evening's entertainment. And yes, I've been told to raid Shadow something, but I'm useless at this kind of stuff. You know me. Don't give me special instructions now. This is not going to work. Anyway, so yes, we will raid. I'm going to click a raid button. For those of you on Twitch, they're going to get a whole bunch of people. Possibly, I don't know. I can't even find anyone to raid, so I don't know. It's an epic fail. Epic fail. Let's just go there. All right. So there we are.
You got a couple people. Did you want to raid? Because I got someone you can go raid right now.
Oh, well, the raid's starting. I don't know.
Oh,
I
it's
pressed the
starting.
raid
There we
button.
go.
It's going somewhere.
No, that's it.
Anyway.
Oh,
So
then
it's
they're
a
gone
mobile
already.
game. Raid Shadow Legends is a mobile game. Because I was mentioning I stream League of Legends. They play Raid Shadow Legends.
Oh, you see, all you youngsters, you know these things. Anyway, all right.
I thought that was your meant. I wasn't sure.
Cheers, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.